I just got banned from the Legoland hotel. At first I was sad, but then I was glad as I was thrown out of the Legoland hotel. It started like a normal vacation. I went alone into the resort. I had no children. I had no friends, just myself and my dog named Retort, who I put down because I fucking hate dogs. And the person at the front desk said, "Hi, please tell me your name so I can tell you which room you're in. Because if I get..." Because if I get fired one more time, I'm gonna get fired. It makes no sense. And people aren't telling me why they're at my front desk and is getting me fired. The boss brings a flamethrower into my face every single time. Never fails, ever. Burns my hair. I've bought 5 wigs in a row now. So please just tell me why you're at the Legoland hotel, bitch. Okay. Allison. Well, I have been recording this entire conversation the entire time, and I will not hesitate to tell your employer that you have been very rude to me and that you should fire her ass and send her home. I don't think we want to do that, though, Allison. So can you help me out a little bit here? Huh? Okay. Okay. What do you need? Abortion pills. You know where to get them. See, by this point, Donald Trump had completely banned abortion across the entire United States with no exceptions for rape or incest, even for very little children whose bodies would immediately collapse as soon as they became pregnant. Honestly, I agree with it because I have no empathy for others, so yeah, Trump 2028 for sure. Anyways, yeah, that was a bit of a liberal saltiness right there. I'm just kidding. I'm not actually. Well, I mean, abortion bans are absolutely horrible, but I don't know. Anyways, okay, I can hook you up, brother. So she took me to a back room where there's 1,000 aborted fetuses in a garbage can. Some of them are still alive. Some of them are squirming. And as I walk in, there's this woman walking out who's wearing nothing on the lower half of her body with... Yeah, I'm not going to say that. That's not good for YouTube. And she walks out of the door and I'm like, oh, okay, so this must be the ultimate abortion clinic of the USA. See, I knew there was something hiding in this Legoland hotel. Allison looks at me, she says, but you're a male. You're an M-A-L-E. What could you possibly want? What could you possibly need abortion pills for? Or a coat hanger? What do you need them for? Allison, I know this is going to be very hard to process, but I need them for you. Plot twist! Yeah, it turns out one of my guys that I'm paying monthly to keep quiet, because if information gets leaked about me that is about a specific topic, then I will either have to move to a very remote country or move to a remote country. That's the only option. It's the only option I have. There's absolutely nothing else I could do. I regret it so badly. But there's still this voice inside of me that's saying, no, it's okay. You had to do it. Don't beat yourself up. Oh, I'll beat myself up all right. Anyways, yeah, that guy ended up getting her pregnant, and she didn't know it because he took a pregnancy test for her while she was still sleeping. I don't know how she didn't wake up, but somehow she didn't. So that's the context behind. And you know, I just want to say real quick how much I hate this fucking Peanuts character, Marcy. Allison looks at me. She says, why would I need an abortion? I'm not pregnant. I say, oh, so he told me, but he didn't tell you. Well, I wondered why he took a pregnancy test without asking you first. I mean, he went into great details and great lengths to make sure that you didn't know about the pregnancy test, but I thought that's just because he was performing it in a way that you wouldn't approve of, if you know what I mean. I didn't know it was because he didn't want to tell you about it at all. But yes, you are pregnant and you need an abortion. And then she oh my god, this video is not good. Oh, fuck. Okay. Well, I can't back out now. I'm already 5 minutes in or something. She clutches her stomach. She says, no, it's my baby. It's mine. You can't have it. Why don't you just take one of the other aborted fetuses in the trash can? I don't know what you're gonna use them for, but pause. Okay, so this is the dirtiest, nastiest, most diabolical thing you're ever going to hear about me, but I actually like to take aborted fetuses and paint them like figurines. My favorite ones are the ones that are somehow still squirming. And then, you know, once they're dead and the paint wears off, I wash them, I give them a good wash. And I have myself some fried oysters. Oh. But sometimes they don't taste as good as I expect them to taste. Sometimes they taste bad. On pause? No. No, I don't want this one to taste bad. Okay, so this fucking nerd. I hate her so much. The anger this little bitch with glasses causes me is enough anger to drive anyone absolutely insane. I don't get any sleep. I don't get a wink of sleep. Because I'm worried about this little bitch sneaking into my room and trying to ask me math questions. You know what, bitch? I'm gonna call Peppermint Patty on your ass, and once she gets over there, You're gonna regret ever setting foot on my property. I don't have any proof yet. Breath. I don't have any proof yet that Marcy is actually trying to break into my domicile. But I will not be harassed, bitch. Reference. You will have an abortion, Allison, and I will make sure of it. But then I remembered that the skit is actually about abortion pills and not coat hangers. So I'm like, oh yeah, the skit I'm gonna make in the future is involving abortion pills, not coat hangers. So I actually didn't use the coat hanger. I just saved it for someone else who better not call the cops on me, because I got a lot of dirt I could use against them. If you think I'm coming off as a sex torturer, it's because that's exactly who I am. No, that's not good. That's not even funny. That's just not. No, that's not. I really should edit that out, but I know I'm probably not going to. Oh, God damn it, I'm such an idiot. Okay. So, I get abortion pills from her and I force her to swallow 10. Unfortunately, it actually aborts all her organs too, and eventually her kidneys are gone, her liver's gone, and her heart's gone, and she falls down. So I take her corpse, which is already rotting from death, and I hollow it out completely, and I use it as a water container to store water that I can drink later, like a Native American water bottle. Just like that. I've brought that up a few times before, you know, the Native American water bottle. It always surprises me. What the fuck do you want? What do you want with me? And I took her dead body out into the main lobby of the Legoland hotel. I said, listen up, everybody. That was supposed to be a whistle. Deal with it. Listen up, everybody. I have a dead corpse here, and this is actually what happens when you get an abortion. So, hail Trump. He did the right thing after all. Cricket sounds. That wasn't funny either. Okay, moving on. So, you know, I'm just sitting in my Legoland room looking at my Lego figurines and hyperventilating to myself because the water I drank from her was so utterly vile and disgusting, because I actually didn't clear out all the, like, blood, so I'm drinking, like, really bloody water, which would be fine if I'm a vampire, but I'm not a vampire. I'm a human, and being a human sucks, so that means I'm not... So, I figure out that instead of storing water in her, I should store, like, drugs in her. So I store a bunch of drugs in her. I smoke it all in one sitting. I smoke, like, 5 pounds of meth in one sitting. Not saying I actually do that in real life. I definitely don't look like it. And I smoked it all, and then I started running around the halls of the hotel, screaming to every little boy and girl. Free yourself from the Legos. Bow down to me. Play with drugs, not toys. That way our society can collapse and humans can go extinct. The moms were looking at me, the concerned moms were looking at me, shielding their children's eyes while I ran through the halls of the fucking Legoland hotel with nothing but my underwear on, and that's being generous in of itself. Covering their eyes, saying, not saying anything, just crying. Because if they had an abortion, if they were allowed to have a fucking abortion, they wouldn't be here in the Legoland hotel. And they wouldn't be going to that Legoland. It would be like going to Las Vegas or something. Well, they can still do that and leave their child with a likely abusive and neglectful babysitter, but they have a thing called morals, which is very outdated in 2026. Covering their eyes, and I'm just running around. You know that video of that like guy on drugs in a grocery store, just walking around like this and like clearing stuff off the aisles? That was me, but I was clearing the heads off of civilians. And the Lego police got up to me and arrested me, and they were like real Lego men. They were real Lego men. Like actually like real people that were Legos, like made of Legos and all. Instead of taking me to jail though, they took me to the buffet to eat an egg omelet. Which was worse than jail because I hate eggs so much, just as much as I hate this little bitch. Anyways, they're like, we know how much you hate omelets. Eat up, Porky. And so traumatizing to me having to eat an omelet like that, man. And, woo, woo, that's the sound of the police. Woo, woo, that's the sound of the police. Woo, woo, that's the sound of the police. Woo, 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 woo. That was supposed to be a lot funnier than it initially was, but I just ended up looking like a complete retard because my singing is awful. I should have just done a Fifth Marcy joke instead of... First one's better, by the way. This movie sucks. Yeah, so I was just like this. I'm so high. I just ate an omelet. Thank you for letting me go, Lego police. I've got work to do. So I ended up getting so high. Wait a second, let me change the aspect ratio because this sucks. So I just ended up walking around drugged up out of my life, and by this point I was doing more than just meth. I was doing a combination of meth, heroin, weed, and cocaine, and my eyes were so red they were purple. And eventually this guy with the camera came up to me and he said, "Hey, you should be on YouTube. Come on, let's go." "I don't want to be on YouTube. Let's go." So I went to his room in the Legoland hotel and we filmed some things that I'm not proud of, but I fully consented to. After that, I started walking around the... Okay, this is boring. This is not entertaining. Okay, so instead of walking around the halls of the Legoland Hotel, I went to an Uncrustable Land, which is just a bunch of fat 800-pound people eating Uncrustables all day. And it's actually, you know, pretty remarkable. Excuse me, I'm thirsty. So I went back to the Legoland Hotel because Uncrustables are boring. And I ended up getting kicked out. And that is the story of how I got kicked out of the Legoland Hotel. I don't need help. Don't call 911. I'm fine. There are no hostages in my house. Everything's okay. Where is she? There you go, bitch. You little bitch. Beware of Peppermint Patty.